Hello and greetings to all. I am terribly sorry if I come across as a little winded and a little disheveled, but I just got off from the gym. I actually finished battling a real aggressive flu yesterday, and it probably wasn't the wisest idea to go to the gym. I mean, I'm past the incubation period, so I'm not being irresponsible and infecting people. I'm way over that, but we're just dealing with the aftermath. So I went to the gym either way, because that kind of like gives me that extra boost. I got some sunlight, some fresh air, so I'm good. Um, in another video, probably in plenty of other videos, I do cite this Native American saying. I couldn't find the one that I normally cite. This one's an author unknown. If I do find the author or the nation whence it comes, I can go ahead and put it in the comments or whatnot. But observation is the greatest source of wisdom. And oftentimes, when we contemplate, wisdom comes to us as though we were connected to a higher frequency. Nowadays, we read our horoscope from our phones, we watch inspirational YouTube videos, we look at all kinds of inspirational memes and share them and save them onto our phones and refer to them whenever we're needing that quick picker-upper. However, let's not forget the ancestral way of obtaining this information, which is through contemplation. I mean, when was the last time that you went out for a walk? Just a random walk, not going to your friend's house, not walking to school, not walking to work, just taking a walk for the heck of it. Taking a bike ride, going for a jog, and just maybe not even taking your music. I usually take headphones because I don't like obnoxious car sounds. But I'll still be contemplating. I'll look at there's all kinds of teachings going on. The crows, the pigeons. If you're lucky enough to see hawks and some other sorts of more uncommon wildlife, you're more than privileged if you do. I'm in the city, so I can do well with some crows, pigeons, and whatnot. Maybe some stray cats. But anywho, the lesson of today comes from the almighty eagle, as we all know, in indigenous American customs all throughout the hemisphere. Certain birds, have boast of a certain prominence. I am part of North America still, as being raised in Texas, having ancestors from Texas, Oklahoma, and of course northern to central Mexico. So the eagle still holds prominence, possibly all the way down to Anahuac. In the Aztec Empire, Mexica, and Tenochtitlan, of course. We all know the famous logo of the Mexican flag, which is the eagle perched on the cactus, battling the snake, regardless of whether it was a snake or a banner. We're not going to go into those specific unnecessary details. But observation, in this case, is studying a bird. I can't walk outside and study an eagle, but certainly we can incorporate technology when need be. I can pull up some YouTube videos, maybe some Wikipedia articles, and really get to learn a little more of the eagle. Now, when somebody triggers you, obviously in the workplace, if when you're driving around and somebody cuts you off, you flip them off and carry on. Hopefully, you have more elevated ways of dealing with it. But that's one of the scenarios. But at work, when somebody triggers you, it's hard because you have to keep on living with that person. And that's a message from spirit. You oftentimes have to learn to coexist with people whom you don't particularly care for. But oftentimes, if something triggers you about somebody, it's a reflection of something that you haven't really addressed within yourself. So it's good to exercise observation. But the lesson of the eagle, and I kind of have this mental exercise with the sacred animals and symbols of Mexica cosmology. All is mind. This might sound a bit delusional, but when we exercise mindfulness, we stay on top of the mental activities. And in doing so, we learn to have a better sense of governance of our own mind. So when somebody triggers me, right then and there, I think of the eagle. And what do we think of when we think about eagles? We think about high distances. I mean, these amazing creatures soar up to great heights. And pretty much the higher up that they can fly, the more area that they're able to cover with their visual acuity. They can see 4 to 8 times stronger than a human. I think most creatures can. But pretty much what you got to do mentally is get away from the situation as far off. Just project your awareness away from the situation. And once you're up there in new heights and you can see everything down, that's where you're able to see more than if you just stay there in the situation. Because sometimes whenever somebody triggers us, whenever we're in confronting that situation, it's very easy to just get wrapped up, and we get tunnel vision. And that's the thing with the eagle. Another thing is that eagles can see straight ahead and to the side simultaneously. So what does that teaches us? What does that teach us? I'm sorry, to not have tunnel vision. You know, as humans, we tend to just see straight up, but the eagle teaches us to also be aware of everything. You know, once you have elevated your awareness high up above from the situation, that's where you're able to see, is this person really worth me losing my job, my freedom, by smacking them? Not at all. You know, because I have a home to sustain. I have a family to feed. I have bills to pay. I have so many goals and objectives. And this little person, whom Carlos Castañeda refers to through Don Juan Matus as petty tyrants, you know, this person was just maybe awoke that morning with the sole objective of being somebody's pain in the you know what. So we ain't gonna let that happen. And that is when the eagle comes and teaches us, if somebody is triggering you, if you find yourself in an uncomfortable situation, you must remain there physically because you have to deal with the situation. You just can't evade it and be like, like when we were kids. No, you have to confront it. But the first thing you got to do is detach your awareness from the anger, from the pettiness, from all these boiling emotions, just, far away. You know, when you detach your awareness away from the situation, you're able to see your wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, kids, beautiful faces, and be like, this person ain't worth my time of day. So, you know what, Paula? It's fine. I forgive the kind of person that you are. And due to the fact that we have to learn how to coexist with each other, I will do my best to do so. And I hope that you do the same. If not, then we're going to have some issues, which I'm going to learn how to handle in a better way due to my ancient cosmology. Jesus Christ doesn't have to save me. Allah doesn't have to save me. Buddha doesn't have to save me. I can find salvation and redemption within my own brownness. So we're going to go ahead and discuss other creatures. And it doesn't feel right to call them creatures because in reality they're very complex symbologies all compacted within one image, in this case the eagle. We're going to actually discuss the eagle in detail. If I haven't already, you can refer to the other videos in which I discuss the eagle. And we're going to discuss other like symbols from our brown cosmology and how to incorporate them even in this day and age, because we feel that the cyber age has pretty much deemed us, in the robotic era, that we're starting to lose our humanity. And that's pretty much what the forces that be would like for us to do. But we're still human, so we got to recapture and reclaim that humanity of which we're being robbed daily and even hourly. So stay tuned, like, comment, and share.